Hi, welcome to CloudEagle's Insights in Minutes. When you look at how companies approach automation today, it's wild how fast things are evolving. RPA used to be the star of the show, set up a few bots, and suddenly your team isn't buried in repetitive work anymore.
Exactly. But now, there's this buzz about agentic AI shaking things up. I keep hearing execs ask, is AI just a fancier RPA? Or, should we switch entirely? Truth is, it's not about competition, it's about how both are evolving together.
Totally. What's fascinating is how the narrative has shifted. Instead of an either or debate, people are starting to see RPA and agentic AI as points on the same spectrum, like teammates working toward the same goal from different angles.
That's right. As businesses face more complexity, automation can't just tick boxes anymore. They need systems that can deal with the unexpected, not just follow a checklist, which brings us to how these two really differ at their core.
Let's start with RPA. It's all about giving software bots specific instructions, nothing more, nothing less. Tell them, copy data from here, paste it there, and they'll do it forever, but they have no idea why.
Exactly. RPA's superpower is consistency. It's like hiring an assistant who never gets bored or makes typos but also never asks, "Hey, are we still supposed to be doing this?" The problem is, change one rule or button, and the whole thing can fall apart.
Right? It's brilliant for predictable, copy paste, heavy work, invoice processing, data entry, stuff like that. But introduce one surprise, and the bot freezes until someone steps in.
And that's the limitation. RPA doesn't learn, doesn't adapt. It's like it's stuck in a time loop while the business moves on. That's what pushed companies to look for something smarter, something that could think and flex on its own.
Now, enter agentic AI. It's almost sci fi by comparison. These systems don't just follow rules, they set goals and figure out how to get there. Tell it, summarize last month's customer complaints, and it'll decide the best way to do it.
What blows my mind is the way agentic AI keeps learning from experience. Say, if it encounters a new data format, it doesn't crash or skip it. It adapts, improves, and applies that learning next time. That's a big leap forward.
Yeah, and it's not limited to one type of input either. Agentic AI can handle emails, PDFs, spoken commands, you name it. So, it's not just about automating tasks, but about orchestrating whole business processes even when things get messy.
And that's where it steps beyond RPA. Instead of just automating what's predictable, agentic AI can tackle the unknowns, responding to changing business needs or collaborating with other systems on the fly. It's like moving from a calculator to a co-pilot.
Let's get concrete for a second. Imagine you've got invoice processing. RPA can handle 99% of the routine stuff, extract fields, plug numbers in, send emails. But what happens if a vendor changes their invoice format or submits something new?
That's the perfect spot for agentic AI. Instead of stalling, it analyzes the change, adapts its extraction logic, and maybe even emails the vendor for clarification without waiting for a human. It thrives on those curveballs.
And another classic example is customer service. RPA can route tickets based on keywords, but agentic AI looks deeper, analyzing tone, past interactions, even urgency to prioritize and personalize responses.
And it's way more resilient. Minor changes that would derail RPA are just blips to agentic AI. It recalibrates, stays on track, and keeps the workflow alive.
So maybe it's time to stop calling them rivals. RPA handles the routine grind, agentic AI steps in when things get tricky or require decisions.
Exactly. More and more companies are building hybrid automation stacks. For example, RPA takes care of routine onboarding steps, and agentic AI sends tailored welcome messages or flags compliance issues before they become a problem.
That actually reminds me of how orchestration is becoming the buzzword. Instead of thinking which tool is better, teams are asking, how do we blend the strengths of both to create smarter, more resilient workflows?
And its working studies predict that by 2030, half of repetitive business tasks might be automated through these layered AI-driven systems. Bottom line, it's not about picking sides. It's about designing the best combo for your business goals.
If you're listening and wondering, should I dump RPA for agentic AI? Here's the deal. It's not about replacing, but enhancing. Keep RPA where it shines and plug in agentic AI as your operations get more complex.
That's huge, agentic AI. isn't here to steal RPA's job, but to help it out. Think of RPA as your dependable worker, and Agentic AI as the supervisor, making sure things keep running smoothly, even when the rules change.
And as digital transformation keeps accelerating, that hybrid approach will only become more valuable. Companies who nail this balance will have automation that's both reliable and adaptive.
So, if you're mapping out your automation roadmap, don't just ask RPA or Agentic AI. Ask how you can get them working together. That's where true digital agility comes in, and where the future of enterprise automation is heading. Thanks for joining us today. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Insights in Minutes.